in some time. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Canadian Maker Project. My name here is Ron. Thank you once again for viewing us. And yeah, there's a lot to unpack. So this is going to be a little bit longer than normal, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. So in December, I received a roll. Mostly, no, wait a minute. November the 3rd. It came in like just before December. I got a roll of filament in. It was a multicolor roll. One of these little beauties. And it's a rainbow roll. You know, your basic everyday PLA rainbow roll from filaments.ca. This was one of their Filabox specials. So I printed a couple items with it. The only problem is the translucent from this roll to object, it just took forever. I just was not seeing the translation, wasn't seeing the change. And honestly, the good portion of that roll was this color. Yellowy, orangey, whitey color. And I mean, it was out to, it filled up almost the whole roll of that color. And I'll show you one of the prints that came off. So you get like a pastel color. This was not your normal shiny everyday filament. And that's the one I printed out. I printed out the Moon City to get an idea of what I thought of transition. Now, there was a little bit of transitioning here, but not that much transition, as you can see here. The print turned out okay. There's a little bit of under extrusion in this. You can see it sometimes up in here. You can see a little bit of it right here on this dome. But I think there were two reasons for that. Number one, I was printing with a 0.6 nozzle. Number two, it could have been just the heat. I was not using enough heat. And I think that could be an issue here. Then I went home and I printed out another print. The Lighthouse. This is one of the prints I really kind of liked the look of it. And I was like going, okay, well, let's see what happens. As you can see, I had a little bit of problems with under extrusion. And I will point that out what happened here on this model in a second, why I think that happened. So with this model, this was printed on the Ender 3 Pro. Now the Ender 3 Pro had a new nozzle and a new hot end had a new bimetal product put on it. And this one printed with that on there. It came out good, but I noticed there was some under extrusion. When I went to print again, the hole like this didn't print at all, and it just came out as a mess, which led me to think that the bimetal that I had was junk. So I bought out a new one, and it worked flawlessly the second time around. So I really blame the bimetal piece for that problem, but like I said, I just had horrible luck with this filament. I don't know if it was something I did personally, but that's what I can tell you with those two models. So with the other box we received was sometime on the first week of January. I went, okay, what is this? I opened it up. There was nothing really exciting in it, just a box and a spool of wood filament. I went, well, I already got a couple boxes of wood filament I haven't even touched yet. Do I need another box of wood? No. So I know one of my friends that's got into 3D printing wants to print with exotics, so I give him a box of wood. Yes, he's printing with that now. He's enjoying it. So I went on to my next step, which was printing with this new box. And this new box is awesome. So let's look at it. I've already gone through it already, so I do apologize, but curiosity got the best of me. So we got our form, got our paper that tells us that we've ordered this. We got a sticker, filaments.ca. This was one of their old stickers. I remember these stickers came around. Packaging paper. Your baggie, of course, to store your filament in. Candy we got. There's Swedish fish. I'm not even sure what that's like. But put that off to the side. then we got the box of filament. So looking at this already, I can tell this is one of the EcoTough boxes. This is nothing like we received in the other boxes. This stuff is hard. And the fact when I turned it around and saw this silk green, I was like, oh, yes, silk green, finally. You have no idea how much I love their silk green. And then I looked at it. I went, oh, this looks different from their silk green. Here, let me show you what their silk green actually looked like. Their old roll. I still have some on roll. Look at the color of that, okay? Compared to this. I'm going to print a couple cubes to show you guys the different color between this and this. And then I'm going to print 2 more items in the silk green. So, let's get to it, and we're going to look at the results. Okay, so we're back. All the prints are done. So, like I said, I was going to talk about the different colors. Okay, so to give you guys good close-up, I printed 2 blocks. This is the green that they used to have for filaments.ca, silk green. This is their new silk green. As you can see, a little bit more shiny on it, but it's more of an olive color. But still, in person, it's not too bad. If you've never seen the green before, you'd say this is more like an emerald green almost in a sense because of the shininess of it. So the first thing I thought I would print would be a benchy. Well, why not? Benchies are cool. So I printed it this benchy. As you can see, not a lot of stringing. Turned out really well. And I was like, okay, fine. On the bottom, you can see the coding. There you go. It's the shininess of this. It throws the camera right off and makes it hard for it to focus. But all in all, there's no stringing that I could see, or very small stringing to be precise. Everything turned out perfect. Then I decided, okay, why don't we go and print a vase? And this is where all hell broke loose. This is the vase it printed. But if you look very closely around here, you can see what happened. Yep. Under extrusion. Now, I thought it was kind of neat looking when I looked at it. I went, that's kind of neat. But then I noticed something else was going on here. I just want to see if I can pull. Yeah. The filament didn't adhere properly. And it did the same thing at the very top, as you may or may not be able to see. In here, it's all under. It did the same thing as it did down here. So I was like, great, fine. So I went to my other printers, and that was done on the Ender 3. I know that I recently changed the nozzle on the Ender 3. I'm like going, okay, maybe it has something to do with that bimetal. So I pulled out the Ender 5. And then the Ender 5 started doing this weird thing, where it would print it, but it would try to smush it down. Found out something wrong with my firmware. I had to go and redo the firmware 3 times, and I finally got it to work. And I ended up with this. Flawless. And just damn right gorgeous. No stringing inside. Very beautiful vase. So, I'm happy with the filament. All the headaches I had with it was annoying, to say the least, and also dealing with some other stuff, which was in another video earlier, kind of explaining what was going through. That hit me like a ton of bricks. So you had me working on this video to bring out the video, everything that came on top of that, and everything else, it just kind of crippled me. But at the same thing, I'm really happy with this color, this filament. Something that I wanted to keep in mind, because this is something I did not add to the video until recently. I found this out myself. Looking at my spool, it's only 800 grams of filament. It's not your usual 1 kilogram. So keep that in mind when you're buying this filament. It's a little bit more on the pricey side, but you're getting a little bit less, which is a concern to me in that sense, because I remember when I bought my silk filament, it was 1 kilo. Now it's down to 800. The other question is, do I fake that I prefer this green, or do I prefer the new green? I don't know. I honestly like the old green more because it's what I worked with. I did roses, stems in that green. I mailed really cool stuff in that green. That green became like my ultimate color, and I kind of wish I bought more when it was available. Now it's not available anymore. I use that roll very, very lightly because that's all I got left. Would I like to see that green come back? Yeah, I would. But if it's more expensive, we can't make a lot of it, and it's just not practical, I'm willing to deal with that. So anyways, I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. Just let you know that down below there are links to everything, including any of the links I printed, any of the options. Also, if you're new, you can hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. The subscribing doesn't cost you a cent. And I know that a lot of you that watch my channel are not subscribed. I see the analytics. Come on. It is what it is. But I understand if you don't want to hit subscribe, but at least think about it. That's all I say, because you might find something that else I've done, and then you say, oh, I'm going to subscribe next time. You forget about the channel. YouTube doesn't tell you I put out a new video. You miss out. So if you want to, hit the subscribe button. It does help. Well, like I said, everything's down in the show notes. So go through that. Even if you say, well, I don't want to subscribe, but I would like to try roll of filaments.ca. There's a link down below that helps us, support the channel, keep the lights on in the building. I do this out of a passionate love. I don't make money right now off of YouTube. I don't have the subscriber numbers, nor do I have the viewer watch hours. We're working on it. Hopefully you guys are also enjoying the shorts that I've been putting together. Just like little clips from episodes and just throwing them out and seeing what sticks and what you guys like and what you don't like. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. I have another box coming in soon. And as soon as I get that box, we will look into that. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great day. I'll catch you on the next one.